If God knows everything about everything, what does that mean for the world?
The Elephant in the Pew.
Welcome again to The Elephant in the Pew, a daily video and podcast that looks at the world through a Christian viewpoint, engaging in the topics everyone wants to discuss, but nobody wants to talk about. I'm Stephen Witten. And not only can you get the audio podcast daily from our website at elephantpew.com and all the other podcast outlets, but now we are on YouTube. That's right, YouTube. So punch that subscribe button and get madness from Ryan and I every single weekday. Today, Ryan, I'm diving headfirst into a question that is somewhat superfluous. What does it mean for the mass population as a whole that God knows everything? I mean, I'm throwing caution to the wind here, and I'm storming headfirst into this high theological thought. If you don't believe that God is omniscient, I encourage you to check out our other video on omniscience. It was on Monday. So what does this mean? God has unlimited knowledge and awareness, and an understanding of everything. Will any teach God knowledge, seeing that he judges those who are on high? Job 21:22. How should we react to this knowledge? People will ask this question, well, if God really knows everything, then do we really have a choice? Is free will a reality? If in the end, it will be decided based off that starting point, right? Well, just because God knows everything doesn't mean he won't allow us to choose. God knowing things won't really change my actions on a given day, unless I'm constantly remembering that when I'm tempted, God sees me right now and he knows that I'm struggling. Then I can seek his comfort. In the grand scheme of life, knowing God knows everything to the general person, non-believer or believer, doesn't stop us from doing anything. In fact, most people don't even really think about this fact on a daily basis. So what should our response to the omniscience of God really be? The believers should rejoice. Those who have decided to follow this omniscient God should not worry at all but be ecstatic. He knows all and he loves us still. Think about it this way. If you knew you had to die to save some of your friends and family, would you do it? Let's go further. If you knew when you died that some of your friends would choose not to be saved, but jump headfirst into the death, would you still sacrifice yourself? Or another way, what if you knew the thoughts of your families and friends, and it came out that they didn't like you, or that you weren't as important to them as you thought you were? Or, put simply here, if you knew that no matter the amount of suffering you were placed under during your death to save your friends, that some of your friends and your family hated you so much they would reject your sacrifice completely and willingly die for themselves just to spite your sacrifice, would you still be willing to die for them? Jesus' sacrifice on the cross placed the burden of sin on himself so that we may enter into heaven as a child of God. Any one of us, you, me, your hairstylist, the cheater, the liar, the adulterer, the murderer, the hater, the sinner. Jesus willingly sacrificed himself, knowing that there were people out there that hated him and people who would reject him. He even knew that there would be people who would fight against his message and lie about his sacrifice. And even with all of that, he still died for all people. All those people would have to do is accept his sacrifice, believe in him, believe he's the only way, and follow his example. John 15:13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends." Our response to an all-knowing God should not be fear. God knows us. He knows all of us, and he knows everything we've done, thought, and experienced, and have gone through, and after knowing all of that, he still loves us. He wants what's best for us, and he lets us know through the words of Paul in the book of Romans. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. He knows you. He still loves you. So what do you think? Let's discuss. If you have a topic or a question that you would like us to address, please comment below or email us at hello@elephantpew.com. And don't forget to like this video and be sure to subscribe to the Elephant in the Pew channel for daily videos. If you missed Ryan's video yesterday about what does it mean about omniscient God to the individual, it was right here. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode of the Elephant in the Pew. I'm Stephen Witten. God bless.